Scoro days, that would have been a brand new car, but a great shot by Mike Smith, and you can see the celebration after that. Great stuff from him. Braden Holtby enjoying it, Devin Dubnyk, Corey Crawford shaking their heads as well. That was a great moment here this evening.
Crowd absolutely erupted. He does have one career goal. It was back in 2013. You look at Mike Smith in a 3-on-3 setting. What do you think of his game?
I'm thinking that's going to be fun because he does move the puck so well. He handles the puck more than any other goaltender in the National Hockey League. Some would say he overhandles it at times, but he's a fun goaltender to watch. I think he's really going to embrace the moment.
All right, he'll have a chance to handle it tomorrow. Right now, though, standing by with Jeremy Rowe.
Thanks, Liam. Mike, how great an experience was this for you tonight?
Oh, phenomenal. I think it's my first All-Star game at 34 years old. I got my 4 kids here, and an aunt and uncle, and my mom and dad, and my brother and his wife, and their young boy. I can't put words to it right now. It's pretty cool, and obviously to cap it off tonight with scoring there and on that shot was something I'll never forget.
Talk about that shot, because you surprised everybody in the building. I mean, we had forwards that scored 50 goals. We had snipers, defensemen, future Hall of Fame defensemen that couldn't score, and you knocked one right in the middle. Talk about it. Did it surprise you?
Oh, it surprised me as much as everyone else. I think I looked over at Bo Horvat, and his face was as priceless as probably mine was. So I think it was, it was really cool to see it go in, and obviously something that I'll cherish for a long time.
Talk about the format, the tournament style tomorrow. What are you looking forward to the most?
I think it's just exciting to be around, the quality of players that are here. I think they're all unbelievable guys off the ice, but on the ice they're a little scary on 3-on-3. So it'll be a little bit nerve-wracking probably for the goalies, but all in all, I'm looking forward to having some fun tomorrow.
If there's one guy that you do not want coming down on a breakaway on you tomorrow, who is it?
I don't want to give away my secrets, so I'm not going to tell you that. But there's a lot of scary guys on the other teams, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of scoring chances that don't go in my favor, but we'll do our best to keep them out.
Well, thanks for having Axel and Nixon with us, and hey, tremendous shot tonight. Tremendous honor being here. You totally deserve it. Way to go, Mike.
Thanks,
Liam, back to you.
Dara, thanks so much. So we will see the Pacific team take on the Central team. That is game 1, but it's game 2. The Atlantic, which won the skills, they get the Metropolitan. Let's take a look at the Atlantic roster as it stands right now. We know Carey Price is the captain. He'll be in net. They also have Tuukka Rask there in net as well. What stands out to you?
When you're playing for $1 million, you want a guy named Austin in your lineup. Austin Matthews.
I've been waiting for that all week.
He's going to get them the victory. We saw the skills. It's going to be awesome to watch him play. The younger guys have a tendency to try a lot harder in a 3-on-3 situation, so looking forward to watching him.
Just remember, when you're going to use that tomorrow, similar audience, so keep it in your pocket. Metropolitan Division. You look at the stars here, Sidney Crosby, Alexander Ovechkin, John Tavares, and then you go down the line. Is there a weakness? If you could say there actually is a weakness on any of these teams.
I don't think so. I mean, Bobrovsky's amazing in goal. Holtby's fantastic. You've got some young defensemen in Seth Jones and Justin Falk. And if you're thinking about the most difficult threesome to go up against in 3-on-3, you've got Crosby, Ovechkin, and maybe Seth Jones backing them up.
Central Division, a whole lot of Hawks in this one. They have 4 players in this, including their goaltender, Corey Crawford, and 3 guys who just happened to be selected to the top 100.
Yeah, that is a scary-looking lineup there. You think of the defense with Subban, Keith, and Suter. You think of Patrick Laine, Tarasenko, Sagan, and of course all the Blackhawks in the mix there as well. That's a good-looking club.
All right, so we go out to the Pacific Division. They're the defending champs, and this one has Connor McDavid, who seems tailor-made for 3-on-3.
Yeah, and a lot of first-time All-Stars as well will be fired up to play. Martin Jones, of course, was also drafted by the LA Kings, started his career here. Mike Smith, who we just talked about, the defense, Fowler, Burns, and Doughty. Burns and Fowler won't be applauded a whole lot when they're playing here as visitors, but they will be tomorrow, and that's got to be a little refreshing for those guys.
All right, so as we look ahead to tomorrow's matchups, we've been talking a whole lot about the Metropolitan Division. Right now, they have 3 of the top 4 teams in terms of winning percentage in the NHL. They have tons of stars. Before the skills competition, Catherine Tappan spoke to Wayne Gretzky about coaching that team and said, would you basically just decide, Ovechkin, Crosby, you two have to be out there together? And he said, we'll see. We'll let the players decide. He's Wayne Gretzky. He can tell them what to do. Would you have those 2 guys together on the ice?
Without question. It would be fun for the fans to watch as well, and that's one thing that Wayne gets. He is a crowd pleaser, was when he played, and was earlier today, even when he was coaching the celebrity game. And Crosby, you can see what he could do. We watched him and watched him earlier tonight. He seemed like he was getting into it and showing off his skill set. Ovechkin and flat out snipe with the best of them. And we put Seth Jones on the back end. It'd be a big thrill for him to have the opportunity to be out on the ice with those guys, having a fantastic season for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets well represented here, and for good reason. They've got off to an outstanding start.
So Gretzky gets to coach Sidney Crosby. We watched Crosby today, and this is a fun event. Let's face it. You know, something's on the line. We get that, and it can eventually lead to perhaps who wins the 3-on-3 All-Star, and there's money on the line there. But it's still fun. A lot of players maybe not taking it that seriously. What'd you see from Crosby?
I still think he took it seriously. The stick handling was phenomenal. It's easy for him to do, but he makes it look really easy, which it's not. You saw him on his breakaway challenge. He buried that goal. It was worth 2 points. He scores on that, no question about that. You watched him throughout every skills competition, including the shooting accuracy, and he wins it. I mean, he gets out there, never wants to embarrass himself, and never does. It was pretty awesome to watch how much he cared about it.
It was interesting also. He didn't seem like a huge smile after he won an event. He's determined.
Yeah,
he's focused. He's competitive no matter what the event. If you're on a team, and you talked about the idea of what it means to you, what Wayne Gretzky means to you as a person and as a player. If you're on this team, you're a young guy, and Wayne Gretzky's on the bench and he's your coach, how is that affecting your play?
I think it would matter. I know it would matter to myself. For the other guys, I think they've met him, an awful lot of times, but there's so much respect for Wayne and what he's done for the National Hockey League. To see him back here in LA also is a little extra special. So I do think there'd be something more to play for as long as he is pushing them out there and making sure that they perform. I watched Justin Bieber play for him earlier today, and he kept playing him with Connor McDavid, and Bieber was the best player on the ice.
He's good.
So that makes Wayne a great coach, doesn't it?
He can really skate. Chris Pronger was kind of giving it to the Biebs. Yeah,
it was entertaining.
It was.
Pronger can't get on the ice and not give it to somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
So Bieber was the guy that was the target in this game. There's a lot of guys that played in the National Hockey League are glad somebody else is a target for one evening.
All right, so we saw Wayne Gretzky there. Obviously, the people out here in LA, they love him. Let's talk about the teams from that division, the Pacific team, of course. So you have Connor McDavid, who's leading this team. We talked about the determination and the competitiveness of Sidney Crosby. Are you seeing that in a young Connor McDavid?
You're seeing that, and you're seeing it in spades. I mean, he's a fabulous talent that wants to be the best player on the ice every time he enters this playing surface. And he's got off to a great start. He's leading the National Hockey League in points. You can see the enthusiasm he plays with. This guy, Jeff Carter's had a fabulous year for the LA Kings. They're not even thinking about the playoffs if he's not producing like he has been all season long. He'll be fired up to play at home, and Brent Burns just can't help himself. He just puts on a show no matter where he goes. And he just loves the game and shows in everything that he does. Just a really proud player, and obviously the San Jose Sharks are very proud that he's part of their organization.
Do the fans cheer for him tomorrow?
It'll be difficult for them, but I think they will. They have no choice. He's in the Pacific Division. He's theirs. He's theirs for a weekend. So it'll be fun to see how the Kings fans react. And obviously there's a lot of fans from around the National Hockey League here as well.
We're looking forward to it. It should be fun. It should be exciting. 3-on-3 All-Star Tournament. We'll get to see more of this man, Connor McDavid, as he hopes to lead the Pacific Division. We're back to wrap things up right after this.